What if what you've been calling lust isn't lust at all? You see, I confused lust with mere attraction for over 15 years, and combining these two, thinking that they were the same thing, only caused more fear of women, more shame, and it did not help me in my path out of addiction to pornography, with which I've been free for 3 years now. You see, growing up, I had very little education around sexuality, around my body, around who I was as a guy, what I would be feeling. And the only implicit message was to bounce your eyes, don't acknowledge attraction, and just ignore it. And that way you'll be free from lust. That's what I was taught. And I was taught that attraction was shameful, and that I felt like it was this moral failure for finding women attractive. And it created hypervigilance where I was like, oh, am I lusting when I just happen to notice an attractive person? So I thought that there was only the two options, lust or ignore. And once I began to understand the difference, that's kind of when this click happened in my mind, and it helped me a lot in my healing journey. So just want to explain to you a few things, sort of run through what I found when I was dealing with this, and hopefully helps you as well. So let's just define terms for now. Attraction is it's noticing, it's appreciating beauty. It's like we all have senses, like taste, smell, sight, and it's just being able to appreciate beauty. Like we appreciate and notice when there's a good sunset. And attraction's just that. It's like noticing something. If I told you, don't think of this, don't think of a pink elephant, you can't help but think of it. So it's just what is in front of you is noticing. Lust is where it becomes consumption, objectification, possession, and you begin to see this person as just their body, just body parts for your pleasure. One thing that kind of helped me along the way was thinking with attraction, if in my mind I'm thinking, oh, she is attractive, like notice the word she, like she is a person, whereas if it was just like, check out that rack or something like that, that's more lustful because that's less personal and it's just seeing their body parts. So there's a few reasons why this matters. So first of all, if we're confusing lust with attraction, we're fighting the wrong battle. I was fighting to not notice, and all this was doing was making me numb and not being able to feel and not become healthy. Secondly, it fights our humanity. Look, we're born, we're created to find people of the opposite sex attractive. And that's totally normal. And if we fight that, then we're actually fighting a losing cause. If we're like lusting, that's like something that we decide to do. It's not like attraction just happens like kind of spontaneously, whereas lust is like a decision. Even though it can happen if like straight away kind of thing, it's something that we can decide to do or not to do. Another reason why it's damaging to compare the two, to say that they're the same, is that you'd actually never learn to know what lust is. If you think lust is just attraction, then like I said, like you're fighting the wrong battle. It becomes like something you can't actually win because you're fighting biology. But when you understand that lust is objectifying, It's turning the person into an object. That's what lust is. And then you can actually deal with that. The next step, the next thing is we find success in the wrong thing. So I used to, go throughout the day and walking down through the shops or a mall or something like that. And if I didn't notice women were attractive, or if I bounced my eyes or looked away and didn't think about it, then I would think to myself, yep, you did good, you succeeded. Whereas that's not what success really is. It's how can I be a man that notices women but still treats them as a whole person? That's what the goal is. So yeah, the goal changes from not noticing to be able to notice in a healthy way, and not to fantasize, not to objectify, but notice and be okay with that. The sixth reason is of why why lust and attraction aren't the same, why if we condense them into the same thing. The sixth reason is it creates a high level of shame. We feel like, why can't I stop? Why can't I stop finding this person attractive? Which we think is lust. We think to ourselves, why can't I stop lusting? Where it's just attraction. And shame impacted the way I saw women and how I saw myself. So let's get practical. So there's a few steps here I'd like to go through. And the first step is just to tell yourself the truth. Tell yourself the truth that attraction is not lust. If you find someone attractive, even if you become aroused by them, you notice there's some slight arousal, that's not bad. That's okay. Just notice to yourself. Just say, I find her attractive. For me, I remember vividly the first time that this happened to me. I was at work and this attractive woman walked past, and I just kind of noticed, like, oh wow, she's attractive. And then I kind of just breathed. I just let that feeling of attraction just sort of wash over me, and then go past like a wave at the beach, washing over you and then continuing. And it wasn't that scary. And it's like, wow, there's so much freedom in this. And it was really cool. Secondly, don't create a story. Don't ask yourself, why do I find her attractive? Like, what's wrong with me? It's just, I'm a human being I'm a man that finds women attractive, and it's okay. Get curious is the third thing. So maybe you're feeling lonely or anxious, or you want, lonely. If you're trying to avoid certain emotions, I used to find that it was quite easy to actually lust, to objectify. But just notice that, like, if you're feeling a certain way, just acknowledge that experience. And, like, what is that feeling? Just notice it. And finally is make a responsible choice. Am I going to objectify, or am I just going to find her attractive and just move on with my day like nothing happened, because nothing did? So the outcome, what we're aiming for here, is the aim is not to not find women attractive. We're not aiming, the aim is not to not find women attractive, and it's not to never struggle or can be confused. We're just trying to become less fearful of feeling attracted, and also having less obsession with, am I doing the wrong thing? We just want to be able to go through our day without worrying about, am I doing the wrong thing? Am I sinning? Am I a bad person? We just want to have more honesty with what we're feeling, with, am I feeling shame? Am I feeling lonely or angry? The goal is to be able to see women as human beings again, and just appreciate them for their own beauty. They have their own thoughts, their own goals in life. They're not just like body parts. And we want to have a new definition of feeling. So being able to feel attraction and be okay with that, because it's okay. You're made like that. I'm made like that. So yeah, I hope that helped you guys. Comment below if you found that helpful. So yeah, just encourage you, next time you see someone attractive, you can notice they're attractive, just breathe, take a deep breath, and it's okay. And even in more, sexual instances, like if you do happen to come across pornography, or you're at a beach and people are wearing revealing clothing, which was quite tricky for me, it's okay. Often we're not used to those situations. I wasn't used to those situations because people around me in my close circles, my family, they never kind of wore revealing clothing. So I was like, how do I deal with this situation? And it's just breathing, acknowledging the feeling of attraction, and just letting it move on. So yeah, I hope you found that helpful, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.